Gathering for aspiring authors, the Rosemount Writers Festival is today, and we are there live. Here's Lee. Where are you at this morning?
Well, you know, I'm in Rosemount, and it's the Rosemount Writers Festival and Book Fair. It's 8:30, so the doors open up in just a few minutes because the keynote is going to speak at 9 o'clock, and that's Brian Luderman. He has written so many mystery novels, a Minnesota writer. And look at this. You can learn, young writers, how to become a book writer, how to become an author today down in Rosemount. We're going to talk to Brian and our friend Joe here from the Rosemount Writers Festival and Book Fair coming up next on KARE-11 Saturday as people setting up down here in Rosemount for an all-day affair.
Minnesota's got a rich literary history with names like F. Scott Fitzgerald, St. Clair Lewis, Laura Ingalls Wilder, among other native authors.
That's right. This weekend there's a one-day festival to celebrate the literary community, attending writing workshops and maybe find an agent or a publisher. Lee Volsvik is live in Rosemount. What's going on there?
Hey, Lee.
Well, I think both of you guys have some stories you could write. I bet you guys could put together a good novel or an autobiography. And Joe is here from the Rosemount Writers Festival and Book Fair. Give us the lay of the land now, because our friend Brian, who I'm going to talk to in a second, he's doing a keynote at 9?
At 9 o'clock, right.
Yeah.
So his first address will be from 9 to 10, and that is the kickoff for the whole day, actually. Following his address, we have 12 workshops going on. And they are about all kinds of topics: getting started, marketing your material, how to do research, special genre materials like the mystery novel.
Cool.
Memoir writing is a big popular topic.
And for all ages. I mean, young
For all
writers.
ages.
We're going to talk to a teen writer
Yes.
later on.
Yes.
All ages.
So simultaneously, from 10 to 4, we have the book fair.
Cool.
And that will include 40 local authors and 6 or 7 publishers and vendors.
cool.
So people can, those folks love to share their stories.
Oh, yeah.
So that's free and open to the public.
Okay.
The workshops are still open. You can still register as a
Awesome.
walk-up.
And
So
our
come on down.
keynote is standing right here. Brian Luderman. How are you, Brian?
Good morning, Lee.
Congratulations on being the keynote. That's coming up pretty soon here at 9.
That's right.
Yeah, you have been a part of the Minnesota writing community for a long time. How important is a festival like this?
Well, I think we've discovered how important it is since the pandemic, and that there's just no replacement for an in-person event. All of the energy and all the communication, all of the enthusiasm that takes place at an in-person event, there's just no substitute for it.
Absolutely. You wrote your first book when?
I wrote my first book in 2002.
Wow, is it one of the? Was it one of the series?
No, those are a couple of earlier books. These are more recent ones. Since 2013, I've written these 6 books in my mystery thriller series here, the Penn Wilkinson series.
Tell me who is Penn Wilkinson?
She is a young lady who is an attorney, and she is crime solving, and she is paraplegic.
Wow. And you're going to talk about your books and how you can be an author in your keynote?
I will, and I'm going to address the question a little more generally of why some of us seem to feel compelled to write, why we have to do it, and how that might influence how we sell our stories or distribute our work.
You just got to get that first line down, right?
That's the most important thing.
The hardest.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Well, Brian, thank you. It's been nice to meet you. Good luck on the keynote.
Thanks, Lee. Appreciate it.
All right, again, the keynote is at 9 with Brian here at the Steeples Center, which is incredible down here in Rosemount, right on Highway 3. So come on down. This goes until 4:30 this afternoon, and we're going to show you more from the book fair coming up here in just a little bit.
Oh, thank you, Lee. I'm so curious why he is compelled to write. Maybe you can ask him off camera and tell us later, but I'm so curious what compels him to want to write. That's a fascinating question. They say everyone has at least one book in them. Rosemount is the place to be today if that is you, and if you want to get help putting those ideas onto paper. Lee Volsvik is live at the Writers Festival this morning. Hey, Lee, how you doing?
Hey, good. This is Justin Anderson. He put his ideas to paper when you were 14.
Yep.
You published this book, Saving Stripes, a Kitty's Story. So that's his cat. And your cat's still around, 8 years old now.
Yep.
Yeah. You're a senior at McAllister. I got to ask you, you started this company for teen writers, Sigma's Bookshelf. What was your inspiration?
I think it was just the success of Saving Stripes. It was a really good story told by a kid about a cat, and it got a lot of attention. And that got me thinking about little me of all the stories that don't get published.
There you go.
Because I knew so many writers my age, and I wanted to pass on what I knew.
That's so cool. You're a senior at McAllister. Congratulations, geology major.
Yep.
And an author and a recycler. You're doing some sustainable work for the city of Minnetonka.
Yeah, I'm on the Minnetonka Sustainability Commission.
That's cool.
I'm a commissioner there.
Selling some resold products here at the Rosemount Book Festival and Book Fair. And also one of your other, you have a trilogy published by Sigma.
I do.
Yeah, this is Bella. Bella, you're going to be you are a senior at Columbia Heights.
I am, yeah.
What's your trilogy?
So my trilogy, I don't have a name for the trilogy, but the first book is called Demons Unfolding, and I wrote it when I was in 6th grade, and then the next two followed in 8th grade.
And by the way, this is the first time you've laid eyes on this one, right?
Yes,
It's a new
it was
one?
very exciting for me.
Okay, I got to ask you, because we've been asking everybody now, because they wondered about our keynote speaker. What compels you to be an author? Here you are, a senior at Columbia Heights.
One thing that compels me to be an author is I just really like the idea of being able to create my own characters and storylines and worlds and just kind of really escape into that.
And that's why we read it.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
really cool.
Yeah.
So many authors setting up down here. We're going to talk a little bit more. But hey, Justin, congratulations. How can somebody, a young writer, get a hold of Sigma and maybe publish a book?
Well, you can go to our website at sigmasbookshelf.com, and we have a submission page. We're looking for complete works, so we expect you to be able to reach that goal of completing your story first before we take a look at it.
I know. If you want a place to start, come down here today and learn how, right?
Yeah.
There's workshops, a book fair, all kinds of authors. You can talk to them. And these are all 21 titles. That's pretty cool.
We're at 21 now.
Yeah, for Sigmund's bookshelf. So all ages down here. It's pretty cool.
Cool.
Now we all have to write a book.
Now we got to write
There
a
we
book,
go.
Lee. What would be the title of your book, Lee?
Yeah?
What's the title of your book?
Oh my goodness. That's the title of the book.
Oh my goodness, that's great.
Just oh my goodness.
That's fantastic.
Oh my goodness.
I knew you'd have something witty.
I just wrote it.
Yeah, you nailed it. You nailed it. All right, thank you, Lee. Appreciate it. Lee, what do you got going?
Ready? Well, you know, we're down at the Rosemount Writers Festival and Book Fair, and I'm meeting all kinds of authors. Redmond Herring.
Redmond Herring.
Yeah.
Yes. I write mystery books. What else would I write?
Why not?
Mystery book.
There's a red herring in every mystery book. Is that what
There's
you're
a
doing?
red herring in
There
a lot
you
of books.
So many authors down here.
Want to chase the red herring?
We'll chase the red herring with Redmond Herring. We've got so many authors. Hi, here at the book fair, which is going to get really busy here because the keynote speaker is talking right now, and then everybody's going to come in here, talk to these authors, learn about writing and publishing a book and all kinds of workshops. I'll tell you more coming up on KARE-11 Saturday. Look at you.
All right, we're going to head back out to Rosemount, where authors and aspiring writers are gathered for a festival that's all about the written word.
Yeah, Lee Valsvik, live at the Rosemount Writers Festival. Hey, Lee, how we doing?
We're doing great. I'm learning so much, and John Loke is here from the Rosemount Area Arts Council. You're the co-founder of the council. How did you become a sponsor of this 7 years ago?
All right. Well, I'm also a member of the Friends to the Library, which is right next door to here. And at one of our book sales over there, Sue Stein, who I had known for years, came up to me and said, I've been a volunteer at the Bloomington Book Fair.
Yep.
They're stopping. How would you guys like to take it over? I said, sure. And that's how it all started. Sue Stein, and she had a load of volunteers
And
that
look at
she
all
worked
these
with.
authors
and
here.
now,
Isn't this
right,
great?
right. And we have lots of classes going on
Yeah,
right now.
workshops,
Workshops,
yeah,
thank you.
you bet.
And we got 15 of those going. That covers everything from, okay, I want to write. How do I start writing? How do I edit? How do I find a publisher? How do I make money and stuff like that?
And it's all at the Steeple Center here in Rosemount till 4:30 this afternoon.
Yes.
I got to ask you something. The Rosemount Area Arts Council has a new project coming
Yes.
up, and it's a play called Free Air.
Yes. It just so happened that Free Air was a silent movie that was filmed in 1921 based on a novel by Sinclair Lewis, and
Yeah.
of course we know who Sinclair is. And it turns out that it was the first film filmed in Minnesota. Also, it was filmed in part in Rosemount here in 1921.
Whoa, that's cool.
So farmers came in and all of a sudden they see cameras going everywhere. And it also has another first. It was one of the first movies filmed on location rather than on a set like in Hollywood or whatever. So there's a lot of firsts.
When will we see the play?
It's going to be the last 2 weekends in August. And what we're trying to do, it's a blend of a silent movie feel along with live stage acting.
Look at that.
Yes, we'll
That's
have a
very
piano
cool.
player playing. We're going to be showing clips that were taken of the movie. The movie itself doesn't exist, but we got 70 shots taken of it. So it's going to be a blend of the two.
Called Free Air from the Rosemount Area Arts Council. Thank you, John.
Thank you
The
very
book
much.
fair and the Writers Festival continues until 4:30 in the Steeple Center, which is an awesome area here in this old church. The steeple is amazing, right next to the library and an awesome senior living area. So come on down here till 4:30, and kids, teens, everybody, come on down. If you want to learn how to write a book, this is the place to be.
Oh,
or,
very cool.
or publish a book. That is the tricky part.
Yeah, it's a whole new thing to tackle right there. Well, Lee, thank you so much. You're doing a great job. That is a beautiful building
Absolutely.
too. Wow.